Hey everyone, so I am back with another video for you guys, and it is again about hair. And I know I've been talking a lot about hair and hair extensions and stuff, but guys, I just love it, and I'm trying new things for you so you can see if it's something you're interested in. So I'm going to be talking again about ONEDOR extensions. I've been talking about these for the past few videos just because I've been trying them out, like I said, and hair extensions can be very expensive, especially if they're human hair. And I love human hair extensions. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're the best thing ever. But when it comes to, budgeting and just trying to find something that's right for you, these are the best extensions that I can really honestly refer to you guys. And I don't know why I couldn't think of the word, but anyway. So I'm going to go on and get to the video because I have a lot to talk about and a lot to show you. I was getting a lot of questions from you guys on the ONEDOR synthetic review that I did on my red hair extensions, which was a few months ago. And so I'm going to address some of those questions. I've answered a lot of you guys back, but I just wanted to answer the questions through the video just in case if people didn't get the answer or they didn't know that I had answered back. So the first one was from Rebecca, and she says, with these extensions, can you wear them for multiple days or do you have to take them out each night? Can I put them in one day, wear them throughout the night, sleep in them, and then wake up the next day, or do I have to take them out every night and re-put them back in the morning? So I definitely recommend that you take them out before you go to sleep and then put them back in the morning, because it's just easier that way and you'll really avoid a lot of tangling in your hair, because I've slept in my extensions before, but they were human hair and they do tend to tangle and mat a little bit. So if you don't want to risk that with your hair extensions, let alone synthetic, because synthetic, it tends to tangle more. I honestly would not recommend you sleeping in them just because they will tangle very badly. And also another thing is it can be kind of uncomfortable if you're sleeping in extensions because the clips can tug on your hair. If you're wearing glue-ins and stuff like that, you kind of have no choice but to sleep in them. But these ones I just would not recommend. Even just clip-in extensions in general, I just don't recommend sleeping in them. If you take a nap or something and you happen to have them on, it's not a big deal, but if you're going to sleep for a few hours through the night, I just wouldn't recommend wearing them. So I would go ahead and say no to that. I mean, you can always try it, but I just wouldn't recommend it. So Rebecca, I hope that answers your question, and I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next one. Oh, this is a great question. So I hope I'm saying it right. Is it ombre or ombre? Just got my first set. I love them. I think it's the same color as yours. Anyways, I wore them and they got tangled. What's the best way to brush them without destroying or ripping the hair out? So this is a great question, because I know with any hair extensions that get tangled, you don't want to make it worse by using a bad brush and brushing them, and then the hair starts falling out and you're just like going crazy. So what I do recommend is you use a wide tooth comb. This one I just use when I shower, especially when I get out, but these are also great for hair extensions when you don't want to rip out the hair and your hair gets tangled. So what I do with this is I just kind of get the hair you start from the bottom and you just lightly brush it through, and see how easy that's just like passing through the hair without making it frizzy, without making the tangles hard to manage. Like, it just makes it so much easier. So just gently hold the hair and just brush it through. That's how I get the tangles out of my hair, so definitely get yourself one of these. They're so cheap, you can go to Walmart or wherever and just get a wide tooth comb, and it doesn't have to be this kind of hanging one. This is just like a shower one, but you can always get any wide tooth comb and that'll be perfect. So that is what you can use so that your hair extensions don't start breaking or the hair starts falling out. That's the perfect alternative. Lynn asked, can you make a tutorial on how to clip these in? So yes, I will be making a tutorial on how to clip them in. I will make a separate video just because this one's going to be kind of long, and I'm going to be talking more about how to take care of them and answering your guys' questions more than actually doing a tutorial. So I will do a video for you, so thank you Lynn for asking. So I will definitely get on that. Teresa asks, how are these after a couple months? I would say it really depends on how you take care of them and how often you wear them. So for me, I've had my red ones, which I did a review about a few months ago, and they're still really good. I personally didn't take the best care of them. I kind of didn't store them properly, so they started to get a little bit, I wouldn't want to say matted, but they're just got kind of frizzy, but they're not unfixable. I can actually go get a piece to show you guys, so I'll be right back. So as you guys can see, it's not in terrible condition or anything like that. If anything, the curls are still intact, the hair still is soft. It's just a little bit tangled, but it's because it's my fault. I didn't store them properly, so that's why they got a little bit just tangled. But other than that, it's still perfectly good hair. You could easily comb through this, wet it a little bit if you want to, and then gently comb it. But honestly, these extensions last me a while, and I've straightened them, curled them before, and they honestly work amazing. And so my Lynn, she also asked me, can you do a tutorial on straightening or curling them? I need to know what to do. I'd like to straighten mine. So I will go ahead and tell you guys how I do it. There is a way to curl synthetic hair extensions. I'm going to show you how to curl it, but you'll get the idea with the straightener. It's the same principle. But with synthetic hair, it's a bit different than human hair. So with synthetic hair, you have to treat it different. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to get a squirt bottle like this, and you just fill it with just plain water. And what you're going to do is you're going to get an extension. So I'm going to go ahead and use my old red ones just to kind of show you. So first I'm going to kind of brush out the knots because you don't want any tangles when you're going to curl or straighten it, just because same thing with your own hair. You don't want tangles because then it doesn't come out right. So I'm gently just brushing from the bottom up. So that's how you want to get the tangles out. Just gently start from the bottom. And so I'm going to continue doing this until I get all the little frizzies out, and then I will be right back. Okay, so now that I got most of the tangles out, it's just a little bit frizzy, just like your normal hair would be if you combed it. So I'm going to go ahead and get my spray bottle and just spritz it. And that totally got on my face. Whew! Okay, so I'm going to spray away from the camera, but you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to go back in with my comb and just gently kind of work that water in to the hair, like so. Okay, make sure it's not overly soaked, but you want to make sure it's just wet enough to be damp, like this. I'm going to grab a little section to start off with, and we're going to try to curl it. Now when you use your curling iron, you don't want to put it too hot. If it's your straightener as well, it's the same principle. I wouldn't go too hot just because you risk the chance of burning the hair too much. This does handle to a certain temperature, but you don't want to overly burn these either, just because obviously they're synthetic. So I've already got my curling iron, it's hot. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on the hair. You could either start from the top or the bottom, it really doesn't matter. Either way, you're just going to curl it. And I have it on like the third, I have it on the third to the last setting, so it's not super hot, but it's just hot enough to get it going. So just make sure you tap it, check the temperature with your hand. If it's a straightener, you don't really have to do that because you just run it through. But it feels fine. It's not burning, it's not melting, nothing is going on at all, so you know it's holding the temperature. So there is the curl. Now, if you really want the curl to be really bouncy, what you do is you catch that curl in a coil like this, and you could pin it in a place and it will make it nice and bouncy. Or you can just simply let it down, but just by holding it for those few seconds, it gave it that nice bounciness. So the curls come out really pretty. Obviously you can straighten it and it'll come out the same way, but it feels so good. It doesn't feel burned, it doesn't feel nasty at all. It curled perfectly. So as long as you put some water, it won't burn them. I know you can do it without water, but I just recommend that you do, just because synthetic hair curls and straightens better when it's wet. So also another question was, if you do take good care of them, how long do you think they last? For me, I think these honestly would last a long time. I wore these almost every day and they're still in good shape. And I can't wear these anymore because I am blonde, but I got new ones and they were actually really long. There will be a video put up before this one so you can see the real length. It was super long. It came in 20 inches, but honestly it felt like 24 because it went all the way down to my ribs, and that is just really long hair, and they're still really long. If you stretch these out, they're past halfway past my chest, so it's still really good length, but I cut them just to be a little more on the natural side and blendable, and I also cut layers into it. And the way I do the layers, honestly, is super easy. I just got some scissors, and it's synthetic hair, so you can use real hair cutting scissors. I just use these ones because that's all I had. But what I would do for the layers is I pull all the hair to the front, which there's still more in the back, so it's a lot of hair. What I do when I cut the extensions is I just kind of grab like strand by strand. So let me find one that's long so I can show you guys. So like this one is still long. So what I do is like I gently just start kind of like barely chopping at it a little by little, working my way down. So you get a nice layer effect, and you just have some hair and you want to throw that away. And see how that just kind of caused that layered effect where it's like, but that's exactly the effect that you're going for. So you just do that pretty much on the top layers, and then with the bottom layer I just kind of would match it up on both sides and then just chop it wherever it needed to be cut. So that's a really easy way that I cut the hair, and it honestly, I think it looks a lot more natural than what it did before. And like I said, there's going to be that video so you can check out how long they actually were. But the hair is beautiful. If you have really long hair as it is, you'd be perfectly fine just having them how they were when they came in the package. But for me, my hair is so short. My actual hair, I hope you guys can see, is right here. My hair is very short, and then the longest piece in the front of my hair is this right here. So it honestly blends very well. This color, I was hoping it was going to match because I picked it myself, but they do offer help with picking your color and stuff. But I just thought, oh, I'll just pick it myself. And this one is in lightest blonde, and I really like this color. It looks really pretty. There's lots of highlights and lowlights in it, which I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's just got lots of dimension and I really like it. And then it comes curled. You could also get it straight if you want to, but I just really like the curled look just because it blends better and it looks nice, but you can still straighten them either way. But I just really like this color and I thought it would match better. My hair was gray because I was using Shimmer Lights, which is a purple shampoo, and my hair was super gray. So what I did was I mixed some shampoo with vitamin C and some vinegar, put it on my hair, and it stripped a lot of the toner out of my hair. So it gave me this nice yellow natural blonde that it was before, and it made it match my extensions pretty much perfectly. So I'm really liking my hair. I do love the feeling of these extensions. They feel very nice for being synthetic hair, honestly. Like, they just feel so nice and soft. And these ones haven't been tangling very easily, in my opinion. I've only had these for 2 days, so of course they're going to feel good for the first few days, but like I said, if you take care of these, they'll honestly last you a really long time, so just make sure that you're cautious with how you treat them and everything like that. They should last you a good while, and honestly, if they don't last for a few months or anything like that, honestly, they're so cheap. You could just buy a new set for like 10 bucks, and it's free shipping, and it's so fast, and I can't afford to get real ones. These are a great alternative. Link the seller down below. It's called ONEDOR, and I think these are just really cool. I've been really wanting long hair just because I had my hair cut into an A-line cut, so I just really missed having long hair, and this is a great way to feel like I have long hair again and not be like super sad because I don't have long hair anymore. But there's a lot of ways you could dress this up. You could put headbands, you can put little barrettes in your hair. You could really do whatever you want to make it look really cute. So I hope this video helped you guys and answered some of your questions. And if you have any more questions to ask, please leave it in the comments down below, and I would be happy to answer you back. And also stay tuned for my tutorial on how to clip these in. I'll be making a separate video for that just because I feel like this video is going to be kind of long on its own. So I will be making that video very soon, just stay tuned for that. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. You're amazing, and I'll see you next time. Bye!